Oh, hey, you're still there?
Oh God, is the pork belly still cooking?
Takes it's fucking taking forever.
Jeez. Has it been 48 hours yet? Alright, in this video, you're going to learn how to sous vide pork belly. Stay tuned and look at these results already just after the cure. Hey! Welcome back. Today what we're going to prepare is pork belly. Oh man, if you do this recipe and you follow my directions, you're going to have something so succulent and delicious. You're going to love it. It's going to be moist.
Bitch!
And tender. So stay tuned for this one. Pork belly lined out right here. Our first step in the cooking process, or preparing it to cook, is we're going to cure the pork belly. And what I have is I got a mixture of salt and sugar. It's 2 to 1. So 1 cup of sugar to a 1/2 cup of salt. And then all the other ingredients that are in this cure are basically just aromatics as far as spices and herbs. You can choose what you like to use. This one has like star anise, tarragon, paprika, but you can make your own mix. As long as it's a 2 to 1 mixture with the salt and sugar, all the aromatics are your choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to cure the pork belly for 24 hours. If you don't have 24 hours, just do it as long as you can. The curing process is basically just going to suck out a good amount of the moisture and tenderize the meat. So we want to do both sides, pack it down, and we'll keep it with the skin side up. Alright? We'll keep it in the refrigerator for roughly 24 hours. Oh, you're still there? I'm going to prepare this. With the cure, what I like to do is, we'll just unwrap it, and then from there we're going to rinse off the salt and sugar mixture.
And why do you rinse it off?
Who's there? Somebody there? Why do I rinse it off? Just because it's going to be too much salt content into the pork. Alright, so what we did was we washed off and rinsed the pork belly with the cure. And from now, what we're going to do now is just cut it into sections, put it into our plastic bags, and then what we're going to do is cryovac it. Before we cryovac it, we're going to put a little bit of fresh thyme with the pork belly. You don't need a lot when you're sous videing any type of protein. It goes a long way since it's sealed in the bag and it's concentrated flavor. With this pork belly, we picked up some duck fat.
Yum.
Why?
Why not?
Because we don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Alright? So, it's only going to enhance the flavor. Typically, you will put a fat in here, whether it be butter or oil, but duck fat, it's only going to make it better. What do you have to say?
Duck fat fries.
Oh my god, they're the best.
They are.
So, if you never sous vide anything, this is a good thing to start with. It does take a little bit of time to do this stuff, but at the same time, the results are phenomenal.
Yeah, because when it's cooked, all the fat that's on here that looks like a lot of fat actually melts in your mouth. It's crazy because when you put it in your mouth, there's like no fat. It looks gross. You're like, oh, that's too much fat. If you ever had a prime rib, it's the same way. It has a lot of fat on it, but when you taste it, it just kind of just coats your tongue. This is what this is going to do as well. And
Yeah.
it's good for breakfast, lunch, anytime.
Absolutely. Plus, it holds.
Right.
So, we're going to cook this in the water bath, sous vide style, and pretty much we're going to cook it to 155 degrees. With that being said, when we reheat this for our Christmas brunch, we're gonna have our pork belly eggs Benedict. It's gonna be so simple to reheat.
So stay tuned because I'm going to be making that on Christmas Day. So I'm going to show you how to make a hollandaise sauce, how to poach an egg, and we're going to use a different style of, instead of using Canadian bacon, we're going to be using pork belly.
Yeah. Now also, if you don't have a cryovac machine, the one thing that I might suggest is basically a food saver. They kind of get the job done, but there is a trick of using a plastic Ziploc bag that can get, I'm trying to remember how it is. If you take a bucket of hot water, you put your protein into the plastic Ziploc bag, you could dip that into the water and it will take out most of the air, so you can get a really tight seal on your protein in order to do that, be able to sous vide it.
Cooking method.
So anyway, we're going to put a little bit of thyme in. And then, as I mentioned, the duck fat. This is just one of the best fats ever. Smells good to me. You're not going to need a lot of fat with this.
Because it already has fat, right?
Because it's bacon.
Yeah.
You know, it's pork belly. I mean, come on. There's already enough fat in this, but figured why not just enhance it.
With some duck. See?
However,
I think it's better.
However, the one cheese that we do agree on is the Moybier, which Moybier, we were trying to get these cheeses for our Christmas gathering.
Charcuterie?
Yeah, small gathering. That has like a layer of ash in it, and it's just, oh, so delicious.
Humble fog.
So delicious. Well, then there's humble fog, which we tried to get also, but they didn't have it there, unfortunately.
So we just decided just to get a couple cheeses. So we have white cheddar. That's pretty subtle. We also got a smoked Gouda. For me, this actually tastes more like Parmesan or Pecorino. Doesn't really, it has like the same texture, almost like a grittiness to it.
So funny that you say that, because it's not really a smoked Gouda. It looks like a smoked Gouda, but it's from Italy. It's some other kind of cheese.
You told me smoked Gouda.
Well,
It was
in the Gouda section. That's not bringing off enough flavor for me either.
No, it's good for like, it's a nuttier, prettier color that you can use besides Parmesan cheese. And this one is called, when we bought it, literally it's called Shaums. So apparently it's from,
I think it says Shaums.
Shaums. S-H-O-W Z-Z-Z Shaums. So I don't know. So I guess when we tell people what kind of cheese, we're like, this is some cheddar, this is some Gouda, this is some Shaums. And then Dan got this quince paste, which I've never even heard of it. I don't think I've ever had quince, but this actually is really good. It's sweet. It's like a gel, but it also tastes just like apricot, to be honest with you. So it has like that same kind of gritty flavor. And then we got this, what is this called? Peruvian Pearl?
Mm-hmm.
I never had this, but what did you say it tastes like? A pepper dew?
It reminds me of a pepper dew. The pepper dew, the mini red, it has to be the same type of vegetable.
Yes, it doesn't really have like a lot of heat or anything like that, but it's actually really nice and look really nice on a cheese board.
And it's pickled.
And then we got olives, and these olives are stuffed with feta, but for some reason, to me, it tastes like goat cheese.
Isn't it garbage olive?
No.
Son bitch.
Uh-huh. Just like goat cheese to me. Oh, fuck it. Let me eat it. I don't even like goat cheese.
Let me tell you something. This was a very lame cheese board.
Oh, we're just eating.
We're just eating.
We need to save this for Christmas Eve.
We're just eating while the pork belly is cooking.
Rations.
No. All right, guys. This is the final product here. So the pork belly seared off. I got my brother's habanero mango sauce or jam. It's pretty good.